Hi guys, we were definitely not planning on filming this today, but I thought that we would film this and make a what we're eating today in our vegan quarantine. So I'm making chow mein, and I just wanted to show that I don't really have all of the things that I usually have to make chow mein, but I have enough and I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to be using cabbage, carrots, onions as our vegetables, and we have some tofu here and then the stuff for the sauce. So I figured that's good enough. Usually I add broccoli and zucchini and bok choy and all these other things, but
mushrooms
and mushrooms, yeah, but we don't have those, so I'm just gonna do this for today, and that's fine. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just cut up my garlic. The garlic and the ginger is for the sauce, as always. That's where I usually like to put it, at least. And so I'm just peeling it. I'm gonna crush it before I totally peel it, just to make it more flavorful and be good. And then I'm gonna put that straight in a food processor. And I have my little bowl here for trash. That's what I always do. Try to keep it a little bit more clean. Okay, so I finished peeling and crushing the garlic, and I already peeled the ginger. I'm just gonna cut it a little bit smaller so our food processor doesn't have to do all the work. And if you don't have a food processor, you can just chop these dice them really small by hand. Woo! I'm dropping garlic. Okay, so now I'm going to cut my tofu into pieces. I don't know. I'm just gonna eye it. And we're just gonna throw this in our pan first before we put the rest of the veggies. So it can that was a little thin. So it can crisp up a little bit. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt too. Just a little bit. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna cut the onions up, and instead of doing it this way, I'm gonna flip it and do it this way. I like the way it looks better, actually. And I found that during this time, it's helped a bit with, I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to cooking. It was hard for me to make a chow mein without all of the ingredients I usually have. I'm like, well, I should just make something else. All right, I finished cutting all of that. I'm gonna throw it in my big old salad bowl here. Okay, I'm just gonna turn that off. And I decided I'm gonna do it separately. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this back in our plate. And then I'll add it to the veggies when they're all cooked. And now I'm gonna cut up the carrots. And I'm just gonna use a peeler for this and get some nice pretty ribbons. And I'm also doing this since I am putting all the veggies together at once instead of the harder veggies first and then the softer after. So I'm just slicing them like this so that they cook faster. And actually I really like the ribbons, and they're nice and soft in the final chow mein. Okay, so what was I talking about? I was saying how I found that obviously the quarantine has brought out creativity, but it's also helped me let go of any control, I guess, right? Because usually I have so much more control about it. I make sure that I'm not half doing anything. That's sort of how it feels like. But I've had to let go of that in this time, and I found that's really helpful. And now on to our Napa cabbage. This is already half of a piece. I'm just gonna cut it in half, remove the core. Okay, I'm just gonna slice these, I think in 3, like that. And then I'm just gonna cut it again. Yeah, I want these to be big. And another 3. Oh, and by the way, we've had a pot of water boiling for the noodles on the stove this whole time. Plot twist. And we're done. We're gonna throw this in our pan. Okay, so while we have our veggies cooking on the stove, we are gonna boil our noodles. So we're using these fresh udon noodles from our local Korean grocery store.
And you can totally use pasta noodles.
I made this with spaghetti noodles and I didn't think it was gonna come out good and it was delicious, let me tell you. So use any noodles you have. Okay, so we're gonna put our noodles in here so that they can boil.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, so that's gonna take time for the cabbage to get reduced inside. But once it does, it won't look this ginormous. And we're just gonna cook this. I don't really care if it kind of steams. I'm just going with the flow. So, and by the way, you guys, check out I'll link it, the chow mein video that I have, the perfect chow mein, and I'll show you the method and everything. And check that out. But I'm just gonna do this for now. Okay, I'm gonna salt this. Oh, by the way, I just left the oil from frying the tofu. That's what I'm using in here. Okay, I'm gonna start with soy sauce. All the measurements are in the description, as always. And sesame oil, some toasted sesame oil. And guys, if you guys enjoy our videos, please consider subscribing,
Thumbsing up,
liking the video,
commenting,
if you like it.
whatever,
Sriracha.
just to like, you know, sriracha.
Yes, comments really help. A little bit of black pepper, some of the vegan oyster sauce. You don't need to use anything if you don't have that. You can just add a little bit more soy sauce. Some garlic powder. A little bit of the gochugaru. I'm sorry if I'm saying that totally wrong. Some cornstarch to thicken it up. Some of the vegan brown sugar. Woo!
Nothing like brown sugar. It's just so pretty. Look at that.
Oh yeah, and water. Some water. Okay, and that's it. Blend it up and you got your sauce.
Goodbye, brown sugar.
I'm gonna throw my tofu back in. Throw all of our noodles in. They cooked, I just drained them. Put those in. And last but not least, our beautiful sauce. So we're just gonna let this cook a little bit so that the garlic in the sauce cooks. And then it's ready. Alright, that is completely ready, you guys, and I'm gonna plate this up. Okay, you guys, our chow mein is ready, and this is what our whole family is eating today, and I think it came out really, really good.
It's delicious.
Okay, I'm gonna get a little bite over here for you guys.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my god, that is so good. We hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Whether you're by yourself or with your family or friends or whatever, enjoy yourselves.
Stay well.
Stay well, stay healthy, and stay inside.
Exactly.